And hello everybody, welcome on back to another episode of Wildermyth. I'm just picking up right where I left off in the last one, so as always, my name's Ty, your pop punk bud, and let's go ahead and just jump into it. So if you remember where we last left off, we finished the first chapter and got introduced to multiple transformations. We started building up our little bit of team of heroes, and now we're moving on to chapter 2, which is following from the first one of, figuring out that, figuring out that the Gorgons are, gathering together and trying to do some bad stuff. So we're obviously going to try and stop them. So let's go ahead and scout out here. Luna Field. The Starseed Tree. Not everything grows on trees, but more things do than you might think. Once every long enough, a starseed tree blooms. Its soft lights ripen, then float off into the sky. And that's where stars come from? You say that like it's not a gorgeous story. I do like how pretty this ends up looking. There are some lovely looking ones up high. You're not thinking of grabbing one, are you? A little souvenir maybe for those less than magical days. Because see, the thing about a starseed tree is that none may climb it. Who makes these rules anyway? Pluck the little light within arm's reach, climb to a nice looking one in the middle, or attempt to climb to the top. We've got a 62% chance, why not? It's just saving itself for a worthy suitor. Watch my stuff. Can't say she's not enthusiastic. There's something about the starseed lights that's disorienting. They break up distance in a way that makes Hemwain have to keep tight track of her limbs. Arm, then leg, arm, leg, other leg, right. She brings up childhood memories of climbing sweet old oaks to get the best view of the sunset. Or that big bow smooth with sitting. Bow. Yep. Whoa. That was close. Lost in reverie again, Hemwain. Anyway, perhaps this is far enough. Hemwain snaps off a stick bearing a fine, bright orb. Then, with a little more rustle and jostle, she descends the starseed trunk. Watch the ankles, huh? I'd be ashamed to crack them on the last few feet. My ankles are dependable. The jostled tree lets go of its lights, and sure enough, they float off slowly into the dark. Off to wherever they go. Hopefully the sky won't mind being one star short this season. Wait, you got something then? See for yourself. +3 stunt chance. Nice. Ooh, and we got ourselves a nice little one. So this one gets extra stunt damage, which we just also got on top of that. Plus, it can damage up to 3 nearby enemies. Nice, yeah. So we'll replace our spoon. And it's the Starseed Wand. You know what? Let's go ahead and build a outpost out here. And so up here we can actually see how much we got of each thing. So we got plenty of hides. And we get a good bit of both every chapter. And so let's do fabrics. There you go. And now if we want, we can recruit another person, and I believe our max party size can be 5. At least traveling in one group, like we can have more than that in general, but why not? And you know what? Sure, greedy peacemaker. The Brotherhood of the Blazing Angel has reached Montwraith. I've been waiting my whole life for this opportunity. Well, we haven't been around that long, but if you want, I could sign your, huh? Listen, what if I told you that my mother was a renowned cowherd? Not because she was any good with cattle, but because she beat a bull god in Comet and won her good fortune. And then Grandma, legend is she threatened a flood so severely that it turned on its tail before it reached Montwraith. Which is why the town continues to be known for its unmatched magical artifact museum. I think I've heard that story. The point is, my blood is the blood of exceptional people. You know what kind of pressure comes with that? And so I've been searching for a chance, any chance, to snag some renown of my own. Let me join you. Wow. No arguing with destiny, I guess. You know what? Let's train her as another hunter. Maybe with that weapon, she could be a shovel knight. There you go. And so we just have a little bit less than 300 days remaining. And so height reasons perform up to 2 reaction strikes per turn. You know what? Yeah, let's give her vigilance. And we'll keep making our way forward. To Remascal. Yeah, Remascal Forest. There we go. And let's go ahead and assault this location. They make for the cover of trees, day dies. Shadows feather the trunks, stories flicker in the mind. They say our hero used to belong to these lands. A towering woman who wore an antlered helm wielded a blade of flashing gold. Oh? Creaking boughs speak to the breeze. Irwine Palic, she was called, and her sword was named Avenger, protected the people, the godly beasts, the trees. Admirable in every way, of course. But that's what? Oh, that's a sword. In the stories about the end of her life, it was said she laid her sword to rest, not like a tool, but as you bid a tired friend to sleep. Grateful, she buried the battle-notched blade, a wearied edge pressed in the earth 'twas made. Ooh, well, doesn't that mean it's ours, since we found it? Well, that's not a friendly noise. Draw the blade or guard its resting place. Let's draw the blade, why not? Time to wake up, old sword. You're needed. The heavy blade still carries a burning edge, shadows shy from its arcing path. Let's see. So now we got both a fire and water weapon on our main warrior. Oh, I should have given it. That was dumb. I completely forgot that I just trained up a different warrior. Okay. Let's see here. So we're gonna come. Yeah, that's always my problem with games like this, is that my body tends to just go ahead and click things, and then my brain's like, wait a second, you shouldn't have done that, but it's too late now, so it's fine. So come over here. Thankfully, Julia does a bunch of damage. And we'll move you here. Interfuse something, and hopefully, with any luck, we'll just take this out turn 1. 87% chance. Good enough for me. There you go. Go ahead and move over here, and I'll just move you by the door. So we got a raccoon coming up. And we'll just go ahead and move our other warrior up as well. Luckily, we got a ton of armor on... and with any luck, we'll hopefully take out this raccoon. Cool. Come over here. Oh, not what I meant to do at all, but... do that, and let's open this door. And see, I love that the Gorgon was just a boss in the last one, and now it's just going to be an enemy that we can encounter sometimes. Yeah, we'll go and just move you full up. And we'll set up an ambush right there. Nice. Good bit of damage. So this turn, we'll hopefully take Q out. Let's see. The only one I can hit is this one, so we'll go ahead and just wipe you out. Let's see. With any luck, we will get... Nope. So at least take one out. And... You know what? We know that it's going to charge, so we'll throw this out and go ahead and try and hit you. There you go. And then that way, when it moves, he gets pinned, takes some damage, and we should hopefully get out of this without being hurt at all. There we go. It always feels nice when a battle just flows well like that instead of, you know, everyone getting torn to shreds and hurt or killed. So we get bonus damage. Who would that be good on? Yeah, I think Julia deserves it because she's already doing a bunch of damage, so just keep building her up. Night's fallen before the last Gorgon lies still. It's a short but weary trek to the camp for the Brotherhood of the Blazing Angel. Can we bring our camping gear to the fight next time? While the others divvy up last night's leftovers, Helmwain heads straight to bed. Good night, gang. Julia's blanket needs mending, not that it's any of my concern. Her body droops, the day's toils felt in every ligament, until at last... Troubles melt like honey flakes. Welcome, nothing beats a hearty meal. This is wonderful. Not as wonderful as you, Helmwain, but Julia does this kind of thing. Speaking of Julia, looks like she is still guarding the tent. As long as she's not singing to the moon. Is she in trouble? Got something against Helmwain? Get in line. Glare all you want, I'm not letting you through. Hey, wait, why is she moving so slow? Why can't I move my limbs? Julia? Julia! God, what are you shouting for? Oh, I see. Must have had a bad dream. Right, well, make yourself useful. I want griddle cakes. Maybe I'll patch up her blanket later when no one's looking. Plus 0.5 speed. Akin tail spike splash damage. This monster now stronger. Tail spike. Oh. Hate that. And so from clearing that site, we got 50 more days. And let's actually just go ahead and secure here. And you know what? Let's try and get an item out of it while we're here. There you go. Cool. Got Hides and Spell Thread, and then you gotta augment Cloak for some extra health. So who could use it? You know what? Let's give it to Esri. Go ahead and scout out here. You know what? We've got an opportunity, so why not? Oh, wandering stranger, come hide from the moon. The barrels are full and the fiddle's in tune. Come ask the barkeep for a bowl, cup, and spoon. We'll dance you to sleep or we'll drink until noon. It's in the Montwraith Tavern every night. You haven't heard of it? The chorus is better. Esri glances at it gleam. Helmwain realizes the dagger in her hands is flashing with a mixed light of moon and fire. Oh, it's nothing, it's... Though she clutches it away, her friend has already gotten a good look. It's the mark of Old Wayne. It's too late to deny it. The vision of the blade, once beheld, can never be forgotten. Esri. The rippling edge is oddly arresting. The Old Wayne family's grim crest glares, graven into the hilt. I didn't mean to let you see it, but what I intend seems to weigh little in its gravity. There are diseases of the soul, Esri. This knife breeds them. Its twisting influence corrupted my good friend, then killed him. It's passed to me now. According to legend, the weapon, the Oath of Old Wayne, was made by the last persecuted Old Wayne mystic. It was made for vengeance, to cause suffering. It ruined a whole age of our land, shattered what generations had built. So now, I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. That's where we're headed, isn't it? To destroy that thing? Do you still want to come along? I know it's dangerous. I intended to slip away once we got close. You're not scaring me off, Helmwayne. Sounds like you'll need a friend, or in fact, I don't think the time is right. Yeah, let's go for it. And yeah, Julia's probably the best bet to have for this. And we have a chance of maybe being ambushed. Helmwayne leads Ezreon to the ancestral lands of the Old Wayne family. The Old Wayne legend is a rich well of villains for Montwraith storytellers. A group of questionably related kinsfolk living in a secluded manor, practicing dark crafts. A swamp. Weren't these people rich? Come on, better if we stick close. Frog? Turtle? Something? This looks like it was a guardhouse, maybe. Look at the thickness of the stones. Helmwayne just... Soon they're within a proper ruin, with towers half sunk and many of them tumbled. We're looking for a forge? There's a stairwell. And there you go. You're sure this is right? This is how you unmake the thing? Here, take the torch. As Helmwayne draws the dagger, the oath of Old Wayne, the eyes of the forge begin to glow. The forge roars awake, vomiting hot coals. But, like the dagger itself, the glowing embers arrest her eyes. And then she sees two futures in the flames. In one, she sees herself aged and alone, still fighting the same losing battle she's embroiled in today. In other, she's much older than she is now. She's used the power in the dagger to bring peace to those she loves. Perhaps she should wield it. It would change her, but not immediately. In the meantime, think of all the good she could accomplish, for her friends and for this world. She wouldn't ask another to do it, but... Destroy the dagger, keep the dagger. You know what? Let's keep it. I like the way stuff like that leads. And good chance just to kind of see what happens with it. Helmwayne? I was wrong. There is a reason this dagger came to me, but it wasn't to throw it in the fire. Well? Helmwayne's cry resounds down the stairs. Ezri, it seems something doesn't wish them to leave. An Old Wayne ghost. He craves the dagger. We can't let him take it. With a flash and a noiseless snarl, the spirit transforms. Ooh, and it's got 2 times flanking damage? Okay. And also 2 times damage after armor if flanking. Let's see here. Mushrock's whole body grinding together like a slate stack. Fungus wreathes it in fumes of decay. Nothing will make you feel more dyslexic than constantly trying to speak and then be like, oh wait, I just read this in the wrong order. But at least you can't say I'm not trying. Let's see. So if we set this up, right, and then let's apply poison and guardian, because it's pinned, so that means with you, we'll get this prepared shot, and then we can do another one. And boom. Easy. There you go. So now we leveled you up. So let's see, Stalwart. Challenge. Once per combat as a swift action for an enemy, forcing them to spend their next turn running away. And obviously we can use our legacy points to re-roll, but it's a fun thing if I don't fully know what's like the best to try and go for, so let's go. You know what? Sure. We'll get rid of the cooldown and maybe be able to use it multiple times, which would be good for some of the tankier bosses. We got +5 block. Let's see here. You've already got more blocks, so we'll then give it to you. They'll leave the Old Wayne estate behind to stink in the obliviating muck of time. Helmwayne, what was that all about? We were supposed to destroy that thing. We weren't supposed to. Now I know. I can use it. For good. I really can. Yeah, I trust you. Their journey goes home without much incident. But no songs rise in the night. By the light of moon and fire, it will grow clear that Hamwain is no longer the woman she was, though Ezri will refuse to see it. And we got a level up with you. So Hamwain reduces the cost of recruit jobs by 1, plus 5 stunt chance to all heroes in the party, to make her more towards a bard. Bonus campaign level task based on age. Bonds with the earth and summons the ceiling, or summons from ceiling and silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. Let's go with bard. Why not? And then we gotta meet everyone up over here. Dismiss. And we'll wait before... Oh, nope, they got ambushed. So outscouting, Jilin begins to feel a presence behind him growing. Crunching leaves and moss and twigs, heavy rhythmic steps. Close now, too close. Hey Jilin, why are you in a hurry? Mortha guy? For a swift, we can rush them, which gives us temp damage, temp health. Yeah, I think we can use the damage. They break forward intent on destroying their enemy or else carving a way to free them. The edge of the woods shouldn't be too far. Over familiar fields, they'll be able to outpace pursuit. So we get +2 damage, and we got a sommelier. Hissing tubes, a gulping pump. It teeters forward on spindly legs, trailing virulent vapors. And then we got a spectic. Gears crick and knuckles crack. Its one grasping claw reaches and strains. And it's okay to fall back, retreating, blah blah blah. However, for non-plot missions, retreating will not gain XP, and the threat source or infestation will not be removed. During any non-plot mission, you can click the retreat button to reveal the escape soon. Once you move over your heroes, okay. So if we don't think we can take him on, we can do that. Let's see. I think we can take both of these on. So do that, and just do Guardian. Nope, can't get that lucky, but... And we'll just do Guardian again, because it is probably going to attack us with range, but... Okay, cool. Blocked. Let's see if you hit that time. Cool. Nice little simple victory. Go. The enemies improve their strategy after fight. Alright. So we'll get Watchmen added into the deck now. And let's go ahead and wait yet again for, hopefully. So time is an important resource in the event. Enemy calamity card draws incursions and infestations happen every time, making your foes stronger. Generally, you don't want to let any of your heroes die. If you have heroes out inside tasks, consider using them to scout other tiles, build defenses on a tile, secure cleared sites, or build bridges or mountain passes. Icons in the top left of hero portraits indicate the current assigned task. Which, yeah, I know they're not doing anything, but I was like, I want everyone to come over here to assault. And see, this is where it also gets fun, because they're like, we're just going to go ahead and have the legacy points double for each one that you want to get rid of. So I like that it does set it up for like progressively getting harder the longer you take to do things. So you are under a time constraint, even though you technically have a bunch of time. I ever tell you the pranks me and Darcy Plankton used to pull on the old Montwraith Miller? There's a way over a little further on. They cross a sturdy bridge just downriver and approach their destination from behind. The structure appears solid, but the water wheel is clearly busted. A stack of cut wood shows no moss growth. Weeds are cut in the garden back here. All's fine. This is my mill, travelers. The mill keeper rounds the building with a newly filled jug. You out here hunting or what? Hunting's one way to say it. Had a word of trouble with some of those bone metal things. With the guys, that's what they're called. Right, apologies, you clearly know what's what. Yeah, they did for my old water wheel. Pulled all the iron workings, methodical, so... But come inside, my arm's tired. The mill's stark, a half-gone flour bag slumped on the floor, mostly bare shelves. A lone book stands open to a page about ancient mortificers. Guy first appeared, I don't know, a year? Maybe a year and a half? The first sighting? Never went out of their way to kill folks. But then folks started getting in their way. Not on purpose, just living their lives. Mark of the times, I suppose. Living as we always have is enough to get us killed or sent running. No remorse in those things. Mordecai, I mean. No remorse at all. But you're still here. I understand why you wouldn't want to leave this place. It's a solid building, good spot. Can make it even better, I'm sure. I thought I'd learn about them. Bought the old book you see there. All it's shown me is... I'm in over my head. We all are. We're drowning out here in a flood of old world terrors. Well, sure. I am at the point of just, well, packing up and running, right? You folks look like you've seen some things, so why don't you tell me? Should I stay? Should any of us? If I were you, I'd hit the road tomorrow, or keep your home, rebuild. You're under our protection now. You know what? Yeah, rebuild. Look, we'll take back these woods, this river. Wouldn't say no to a crust or coin piece if you want to help, but it's who we are, I guess we would say. We're the ones who show up just as the sun goes down. We see the far-flung and defensive through to dawn. Anything else we say is we listen to. Don't abandon everything. Not until you give us a chance to save it. You're serious, huh? We're here to wipe them out regardless. Well, the folks around here will certainly know your names. I'll stay, as long as I can. I look forward to telling the story of how you came here first and how the light shone in your eyes as you left. But I sure will like if this story ends well, for all of us. I wasn't sure, but I'm glad you convinced him. Feels good to be helpful, doesn't it? Shh, there's movement over by those trunks. Let's be on alert. Ooh, we got rid of a Calamity card. 2 Watchmen. Ratcheting neck swing round as its armored body roves, keeping uncompromising vigilance. And then another Sommelier and a Spectic. And I'm not particularly worried about the Fire Spirit right now, so... Let's see here. We're gonna do... this... I need to get Jillian some upgrades. But for right now, that's all that we can really ask for. So hopefully we get some good damage in on these guys. Do this because... oh, well, it does have a range. Nope, not what I want to do. Oh, wrong character. Infuse. Do this. And we'll Bone Lance you and hope... okay, did kill it. Let's see, we'll move you to help bring our own defenses up. We'll Guardian as well. Hopefully you'll move within range. Good attack, good. Good bit of damage. And now we can follow. Let's move Esri first because she's close, and yeah, let's open this door. So what we'll do is, right now I think I'm out of range of it. So yeah, let's do that. We'll move you over here, do that, and we're gonna have to move you good distance. But we can do this. So when you try to move, deal some damage to you, and then we'll come over here and set up ambush, and it's about the same spot. Oh no, okay. But we'll get 2 shots with Julia now. Okay, cool. So that's that one done for. And now that she got a kill, she's invisible. So we'll do that. Yeah, you've got a little bit of range, but if we do that, We'll move you here to give you some more defense. And we'll move you. Interfuse with... Yeah, we'll do either you, constrict like that, and hopefully we got it killed. And then we'll move you over here. And wait. And you know what? You, my man, will get fire upgrade. Which, yeah, let's get a tier 1 fire bow. Done. And we'll replace this one with the Wrath Seeker. Cool. And, oh, okay. So we did actually get everything. Thankfully, it doesn't automatically end combat when you destroy all the enemies, but... So now, ooh, we can upgrade that. So +1 speed, once per combat as a swift action, activate to dodge the next two attacks against him. Once per combat, gain +1 action point. I think ambush is just too good to pass up. And potency would probably be good for... Not me not being sure what potency is good for, but let's add it to Julia. In the aftermath of the battle, it grew clear that Helmwain was paying a steep price, but none yet knew all the dagger would claim. Skeleton arm, skeleton arm. Yeah, let's work fast for this one. Get everyone set up. Secure the site. And that way... So... And then we'll scout out over here. And we're getting ready to have an incursion. Yeah. So Northwild has been revealed. So, Koblaj Altar. Yeah, you know what? This is the final fight of the chapter. We got this. I wasn't imagining it would be so picturesque. In sweeter times, huh, Jillian? The cavern of the Sea Spear lies at the heart of a magnificent canyon. The sides of the canyon are smooth and sheer, marbled blue and pink, molded and mushed by the hands of titans when the world was clay. Now the stone is hard and sharp and glows. But the canyon's deep places are strung with fragrant waterfalls and ruffled greenery. The mouth of the cave is hidden in damp shadow and fern-feathered shade, but Jillian spots it and leads the way inside. Smell that? Doesn't it remind you of somewhere? Smells like the ocean. Careful, there's holes. Don't know how deep they go. Throwback to Jillian falling through the one earlier when everyone's like, oh, we're safe. Jillian follows his own echoes into the dripping depths. No eye has scraped these walls in centuries. The air is pickled and still. It's smoother down here, but look at the ceiling. It seems to go up and up. Something's glinting too. Slime or something, hopefully not alive. It's cold, sinking to your bones kind of cold. Can't wait to get out of here, jump in a hot bath. Julia. This looks like the end of the tunnel. Carved and firm and ancient. Alright. Let's see here. Photo cards. Columbine. Towering, reeking of algae and old water, it stalks sedately on its stormy limbs while the world quakes. Hopefully, this shouldn't be too bad of a fight, but I think our best bet is we're going to send Ezri up. Okay, we can attack from here, so we want to shred some armor. Oh, alright. We'll do this. Because it got a shockwave and immune to compulsion. Let's see here. So if we do, say, something like that, and then let's silk step, so you're hidden. And we'll take this turn. We'll do this. And then we get this pillar. Go ahead and hit you like that. Ah, cool. I wonder if that was a 100% chance because it was technically a flank. Oh. So did no damage to Esri, a little bit to Tatana. But you should be able to. Alright. Do this. Cool. That's that taken care of. Alright, let's get what we came for. Don't you wonder how that thing lived down here? Or where it came from? The air in the chamber is clear and almost sweet. The corpse of the great guardian shrivels inside its carapace. Jillian approaches the edifice. The spear is glass-like, grand. It radiates legacy and power. It's just strange. What can this thing really mean to them? The poem is an oral heirloom. My guess is that the hero queen who wielded this lance in antiquity was actually a Gorgon. So it's kind of emblem to them, maybe of a past hero? As Jillian grips the spear, a noise begins to grow in the outer tunnels. It's the noise of feet and hooves, of tortured lungs shoveling air, and the slickering squelch of creeping things. By the sound of it, a horde of Gorgon beasts is pouring towards the chamber. We need to hope they don't cut off our escape. Even I don't believe we'll survive if we stay here. So let's see here. It's a tier 3 Great Spear, which, you know what? Since we have the tier 2 sword for you, let's go ahead and give it to good old Tatana. And now we've got to fight 2 more things somewhere. Ah, we gotta escape the dungeon, duh. Open door. Awful noises and rank smells rush out of the dark. Not to alarm anyone, but we're gonna die if we try to fight them all. We're not trapped, they're entering from a different tunnel. Want me to lead? Well, if she's right, our way might still be open. Let's avoid as much fighting as we can. Escape is the only option. Escape alive. What? That's a good objective. Always love seeing that. And see, this is probably where I'm gonna run into issues of people getting hurt, because I'm gonna be like, we need to rush through, and let's see. Strike you. Nice. Good bit of damage. And let's go. Oh, that's right. The water sun effect is regaining your action points, so that is extremely useful. Yeah, we'll move you. Can Esri? No. But we can do a Guardian, which I probably should have stopped it up one more sooner, but it's not the end of the world. We'll discus you. Cool. You're dead. Go ahead and move you as far as we can. And Julia's still got a little bit of more. Oh, no, never mind. It's one more row. Just hopefully try and move everyone as far as we can without getting anyone truly in trouble. There we go. And we'll put you in the front. That's another guy, and okay, so our exit's there, so we're not too far off. They're coming in from over here, so we'll probably be having a fight here shortly. Oh no, actually, that's looking pretty good that way, so we should hopefully be fine. There we go. That's where you are, which luckily Azir will protect if it tries to get anywhere near here. There we go. And yeah, we'll just Guardian you right there. Go ahead and get you all the way over here. And when cool, you can actually escape. Go ahead and move you. Go ahead and move you, and luckily you will do Guardian. Okay, and it looks like we're doing pretty decent for getting out of here and not getting everyone killed. Which I don't know why they're going that way, but seems like a weird option. Cool, we extracted everyone. It only took 7 turns to go through everything. Go, 0.7 speed. Let's give it to... Yeah, let's give it to our other warrior. Melee attacks only cost 1 action, gets +1 range, swift action, engages foe, or it can make reaction strikes from 2 to 4. I wonder if that's per... That wouldn't be per enemy, that would probably be total, so if I did like a Guardian, one enemy could go through and then a second enemy coming through, I would get 2. So yeah, let's do it so it's only 1 action. We left that canyon and cave behind. The enemy's treasure in our hands. We should be joyful, but we know a clash is coming. We can't expect any help. Winning one hill doesn't decide anything. We can only hope this small victory buys us time. There you go, and we finished chapter 2, which I think took about half the time of chapter 1, so might cut it off here, might not. We'll just go ahead and do the second one, see how long it takes, and then go from there. But let's see, so we got our bonuses. We got rid of one thing. Let's see. Hwayne disappeared for a while, saying she had distances to wander and worries that needed to be put to rest. What returned in her place, it was hard to know. She claimed she was here to see her oaths fulfilled. Hwayne went back to Rexroth Weaver Works to apprentice for a year. The sharp patterns she wove were at once beautiful and frightening. Winding trails often called Jillian away from town life. He wandered without direction, rested wherever his feet stopped, and chewed on bread crusts when he got hungry. It was a simple and satisfying life. Esri began having dreams of a branched-off life where she ruled over a tumultuous kingdom in the clouds, building her castles ever higher. Each night the dreams would tell a bit more, and Esri was disappointed when they finally stopped. Totana took up with a soft-hearted man who lived at the edge of Monthwraith. One would patch the roof, one would weed the garden, and Totana marveled at how fulfilled she felt by his side. Esri Wistermay and Gillian Middling's son has reached adventuring age. Dago Middling has joined the Brotherhood of the Blazing Angel as a mystic. Cool, we got another magic user. So we got a full team of 6, that's 2, 2, and 2. Once per turn as a single action, Dago pulls motes of heat out of air and gathers them into a single point, creating an interfused blaze on a tile with debris. When allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain +1 bonus damage. Interfused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. Dago bonds with the earth and summon... You know what? Let's try the tree one. And... Let's not accept that one. And let's see... So I got enough to upgrade you to tier 3 if we want. And right now, all that they've was like, so they can't have any weapons. And that's normally what happens with a lot of the transformations, is it stops you from being able to use any of the other slots. So this is a cool one. I don't remember seeing this one before, but like I said, it's also been a minute since I've played this. But I do like it. Let's see here. I was like, but it's, so Helmwayne is still a mystic though. Armor, warding, spell damage. This is always the hardest part of trying to figure out what you want to upgrade. Because, see, like having the more dodge is good. I'm pretty sure warding is what protects us from magical damage. We don't get any Heartwoods at all. We got everything else except for Heartwoods, which probably would help if I actually like took the time to build more things, but yeah, because it makes our, well, no, that was a bow as well, right? Yeah. Might be a good idea to at least give us some basic stuff, so we'll craft you. And yeah, you know what? Let's increase spell damage a good chunk. Tatana. We can make you a basic one. Do we want her to also be a tank, or... Well, you know what? The stunt chance would be good, because if... Yeah, let's do that. And I know it's going to use 6 of the legacy points, but can't really go wrong with that. Because what I'm thinking is that since stunt chance, or the stunt effect refunds an action point, and then also our attacks only take 1, we can get some good attacks and have a high stunt by having a high stunt chance. And wording, okay. I think that's all I want to do for the moment. So we'll continue to the next. Some storms batter compromise into combative neighbors. Grudges are no shelter in bitter weather. The rains had been falling for a full week, with brief interludes of tense massing clouds and dripping branches. Mountain snows melted and water roared from the heights. The seas whirled and wrung at the shores, flung waves ever further. Rivers conquered their banks and marched wider. Valleys turned to huge brackish lakes. Lowland woods and the dams of dry times were swept away, as creatures of all shapes and kinds sought escape from churning floods. You think our Ultrix poisoned the weather? After all this time? Why? How? With what? I'm telling you, it's... Well, who else could have done this? I've seen things in the wild, stuff you can't explain, and... Oh, someone at the door? The strange party of visitors begs a fire. They appear to be on edge here in a common dwelling, and also very soggy. Arnon, you say we're natural allies? Care to explain? The haggard man behind the horns, calling himself Arnon, takes a long breath and turns to address Esri and the rest. Ask my wife. Ask my wife. She sent me. Can you believe that? At my advanced days? At my advanced age? I grew up here in Mawson Post, you know? It looks different. His 2 underlings shift and resettle their garments as they dry out. Must be the flooding. No? You know why the... No? Everyone knows. It's those Tentaclasts, the Gorgons. They bring ruin to us all. Which Gorgons? They're blue? That checks out. But I mean, who's there? The Gorgons are flooding the world. They've set it in motion. It can't be stopped. Almost. How? None of this should be possible. I mean, the rain, the melt, the sea. You're right. It shouldn't be. The Great Balance should be unassailable. But somehow, they've thrown it over. So the torrents fall, the seas thrash, and soil seeps black down our warrens. It is Ulstrix. I knew it would be. Ulstrich? No, it's the Gorgons, I'm saying. The beasts have our warren hemmed in. My wife's inside, dry and warm. We need to talk to her. hemmed in, but you slip by them? It's why it had to be me. I'm a master at looping the light. I tend to be missed. You do sound extremely married. I wish there was more of your story I believed. It's not a long or difficult story, is it? He certainly gives us an option. A strange one, but this weather, these floods, what else can we go on? If you want to watch the world sink beneath a rising sea, watch all land things perish, then you're exactly where you need to be. But if you see sense, Arnon thumps a lump of soaked fabric on the table. Here's a, oh, it's wet. I mean, it's a map. Sorry, it'll dry all crinkly. Follow the map, come to our warren. There, learn for yourselves how you can deflect this drowning doom in these lands all safe. The shadows deepen, all monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. And you know what? I know this is a little bit shorter than the other episode, but we'll go ahead and call it there. We made a good chunk of progress into the third chapter, and this will be the third and final one, so it'll be the finale for this storyline. And hopefully you enjoyed. So if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That way you can, keep up for when I post more videos in the future, because there will be more of this. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.